Hey everybody, welcome to Dave's Saturday podcast that is on Sunday this week because I walked a marathon yesterday and it took me like 10 hours. So, sorry, I was busy. I plan on making a podcast yesterday, but I was so exhausted from walking 26 miles without any real training for walking that distance that, there was no podcast made. Here's something fun. I'm eating a carrot. Did you hear that? That was a carrot. I'm probably not going to take another bite for the rest of the episode because I don't want to really make anyone angry. I'm going to check my email, see if I got any questions this week, which I probably didn't because I'm not even advertising questions anymore because I'm so busy living my best life. I have a very big announcement later on in this episode. I'm still checking my email though. Just in case. I'm also still eating a carrot. Okay, no new questions, but I do have an ad for Know Your Farmer app. Buy and sell fresh food locally on Know Your Farmer app. Wow. Here's something else fun. Went to a guy's house today. He had a puppy, and he gave me some kibble so I could help him train the puppy. And I gave the puppy like one piece of kibble, and I just found the rest of the kibble in my back pocket. And I'm going to give it to a coworker tomorrow because it will be funny. Man, the funniest thing, I swear, all you have to do is just carry something around in your pocket and then offer it to someone. And they think it's like, oh, it's the place on earth. Why do you have a hot dog in your pocket? Hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, I'm done with that bite of carrot. And I feel much more comfortable talking now. So how's your guys' week been? Mine's been good. Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, I had this really great friend named Douglas. Douglas bought me a gift once, and I thought it was for my birthday, but it wasn't. It was just to buy a gift. So then, I bought Douglas a gift for his birthday, and I thought that would be the end of it. And then, Douglas bought me cat stickers, and now I feel like I have to go get Doug something, but I've got a big announcement. I'm announcing it in any second now. But how am I supposed to send Doug something if I'm not going to be living in Bellingham anymore? I guess that doesn't really affect whether I can send something to Doug or not. Okay, here's the big announcement, everybody. Drum roll. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm just slapping my legs. Okay, I'm going to Texas to live there. I'm going to live in Austin, Texas. Wow. Why am I going there? Because I'm trying to be a comedian, and that's a big comedy city. And if I become a comedian and someone's listening to this and now I'm a comedian, this is the episode where it really started. All right. Before I moved from Bellingham, some friends of mine, they're all setting up like this very small, COVID-sensitive comedy thing where I get to perform. And I think they're gonna warm up with like improv stuff. So it's gonna be kind of garbage until I start performing, and then it's gonna be great. I'm not a huge fan of improv. I've never watched it either. I just know I won't like it. It's one of those things. Watch me love improv and get famous off of being an improv guy. That would be my personal hell. And then there's just going to be this random footage out there of me saying, I hate improv. And then someone pulls it up. Someone pulls it out of this podcast in like 70 years. They're like, actually, he hated improv and he only did it because he wanted money. But really, I just was talking out of my gluteus maximus. Yeah. Well, this week I got in trouble because I was working too much because I'm trying to work more so that I can. No, not. I'm not trying to work too much. I'm trying to work full time until I move, just so I have a little bit extra cash. But my job's pretty marketable in Austin. Hey, on the 1 in a trillion chance someone from Austin is listening to this, and they're hiring a office position that is kind of like an office job. I don't want to say what I actually do. I don't know why. I guess because it won't matter once I'm a comedian, if I become a comedian. Look, I'm not trying to be an egomaniac, but I think I'm a funny guy, okay? Sorry. So whatever I do now is temporary. Anyway, it's an office job. If someone's hiring an office job, let me know. And if you live in Austin, unless this podcast takes off for no reason, no one's gonna no one's gonna be contacting me about that. So this episode it should be pretty good. I don't know. I don't really have any prompts right now. I'll tell you what. I've been playing softball every Monday, but I can't play this week because I blew my legs out because I walked 26 miles. Let me tell you about my 26-mile walk. I signed up for a marathon for September 25th, and I paid $90 for that marathon. And it's not refundable because it's technically a donation to some kids playing sports, which, first of all, why do you have to spend so much money to get kids to play sports? Like, I get you have to build a stadium, but I only want to donate for baseball because I like baseball the most. So can I just pay for like a baseball bat for some kid or something? I don't know. I just want to know where my money goes for it. I don't want to pay for some high school team to pay their math teacher to coach the football team when they could just get some schmuck from anywhere to do it. I don't think you should be paid to coach a high school football team unless like LeBron James plays on that football team. I'm talking like modern LeBron James playing on a high school football team. I don't know. I just think it should be like charity work up until college, and then it should just function like, oh, these guys are making money for this. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If you're into this sporty thing, cool. Now I'm so far off track, I forgot what I was even talking about in the first place. Oh, I was talking about my marathon. Yeah, so I paid for this marathon, and I want to walk it at Bellingham. Okay? But I'm moving to Texas now. Austin, Texas. And I'm going to run a marathon there, but that's not till February 20th. So I said, okay, I just want to see if I could do a marathon. Now, I can't run it yet because my legs they're not going to be able to. And neither is my heart because I have half of one. So I said, okay, I'm just going to walk a marathon. That can't be that hard. Boy, was I wrong. If you don't train enough, man, your feet... Well, I have 3 blisters, and that's really the only bad thing. I also didn't plan very well, and I only had like 3 or 4 glasses of water the whole time, which was not enough. You marathon runners, Morgan, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I walked that. The first few miles, it was like, oh, this is easy breezy. I hit mile like 10, 11. It was like every step was agony. I hit mile 20, and I couldn't function. I couldn't. I should explain that I didn't take any water with me. Then I walked 7 miles away from my house, and I said, oh, I forgot water. I was about to turn around to go back to the house, so I walked 7 more miles. But this guy was mowing his yard, so I waved him down. And I said, hey, man, could I get a glass of water? And he's like, huh? And I said, hey, could I get a glass of water? And he said, huh, let me turn off my mower. What'd you say? And I said, hey, could I get a glass of water? And he said, oh, yeah, no problem. And he goes to the side, gets me a glass of water. We talk for a second. I give him the glass. He goes back inside. I drank the glass of water at some point in there. I kind of lost track of that little side story. So I walk back. I walk another 14 miles before I get home, or 13. And at mile 20, I haven't had water in 14 miles. All I've eaten that day is a peanut butter sandwich. So I wasn't feeling too hot. And my legs were in agony, and I did not feel good. So I drank a Gatorade and 2 more Gatorade bottles full of water and ate a sandwich. And I just sat there for 15 minutes. And I said, well, it's now or never. So I got up, and I went out, and I walked the last 6.5 miles. And I finished the marathon, and I was so proud of myself. I did it. I walked the marathon. It only took me 10 hours. Let's cut that down to 7, and then I'll be happy. So, for all you haters out there who said I couldn't do it, which is nobody, I did it. That's the only thing that happened. Man, I can't wait till I have an interesting life, and I can tell 2 or 3 of those stories on a podcast at a time. That'll be so nice. But I don't really have any other stories right now, unfortunately. But once my life gets more interesting, meaning I move to Texas, then it'll be pretty great. So this one's about 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about more than that. That's the big highlight of the week. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for listening to my podcast. I can take a bite of my carrot again. Bye!